Johns. I'm Gary.
I'm Dorrie, just Dorrie.
I still sound like Deborah Messing. No, the other one.
Way to go.
So, yeah, what am I going to do? Anyway, here we are again. It's been, I'm sure, practically no time to you people. And
this is like Netflix. You could be listening to us a year from now. I could be dead. I probably will be.
That's, well, we can all hope.
Yeah. I keep finding more lumps on me. Come on.
Okay, we'll just shave them off.
I am a lumpy person. But the whole like aging thing.
Oh, hey, remember when we were playing with the bucket in the last episode?
Oh, yeah, and the bucket's back.
And we stopped it because
I
was playing with the bucket?
Yeah, and I totally calmed her down.
Yeah.
She's bucketing it.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Well, that'll be our background theme music.
How about you vamp for a little bit and I'll maybe extricate her from the bucket?
That one guy's not going to care. And that one guy basically has his own show now. Dakota. So there you go. He's got his own, what is it? 60 tipsy, 60 tipsy, something like that. I got to look it up now. He's going to hate me. Anyway, I've discovered, apparently, when women cross the big 5-0 threshold, there is an invisibility cloak. You're issued an invisibility cloak, and you can put it on at any time. In fact, it comes on by itself. So when you're walking through, say, grocery stores, and you say, excuse me, in front of somebody, and they just walk on and not look at you, that's what happens.
And I'm back. Did you say something?
Oh, you're a dick.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
Prove my fucking point.
50. There was there is, I'm assuming, she's probably 50 now, so it doesn't matter. A woman named Amy Rigby who did, she's a musical performer, does music and plays guitar and sings. We got to see her in Reno when I was doing concert promotion work for the guy who does our radio station thing.
Oh, yeah.
KORC. Funny lady. She's got some great music, and one of her songs is about I'm invisible, and ever since I turned 30, I have to pay for what I want and things like that.
Oh, see, mine didn't happen until 50, but I didn't really notice it. I thought just people being like obnoxious or whatever. Of course, they still could be. Maybe I'm just way more tuned into, why are you a dick right now? Because like in a store, okay, go to a store.
Yeah.
I stop, let somebody go in front of me,
Sure.
right, crossing the lane. I go, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. And then they just look at you and walk on.
Huh.
I'm like, sometimes I will audibly say, I guess I'm invisible. Doesn't faze them.
Huh.
So that's why the hair is blue.
Maybe you're thinking it and not saying it.
What am I, telepathic?
I don't know.
Give a shit. But I just noticed that though. And it may not be because I turned 50. It may just because more people are so wrapped up into themselves with their little fucking screens.
That's exactly what's going on. Mrs. E is having a big time. I mean, it's like people getting adults to listen or pay attention or actually have a conversation that goes both directions. It's impossible.
Oh, good fucking luck. Yeah. I have several kids. We've talked about this, who are afraid of the fucking phone, who don't want to talk on the phone.
Right.
I go, that's a part of life. Okay, maybe 40 years from now, we will have developed telepathy and we'll no longer have to use a phone. I don't know if it's not going to be like a verbal phone. It's going to be a video phone, kind of like we have now anyway.
Yeah.
There's going to be some kind of conversation going on that you're going to have.
You'd think.
I mean, I have to practice with kids. I have offered to practice with kids. I am super benign. I'm the biggest geek in the world. They all know it.
Mm-hmm.
Harmless. Some of them still won't talk on the phone. And I'm just about done, to be honest. I'm just about done.
You'd think they would prefer that because they don't have to make eye contact, which seems to be a big issue.
Oh, no, it's just contact at all.
Right.
Because if you can type it, it doesn't really happen.
Maybe they don't need thigh contact.
Did you say thigh contact? You've only had half a mead.
Yeah.
You're saying thigh contact already.
Well, apparently I need a full mead.
No, I'm just really done with the whole thing. And I'm also done that every fucking teenager has anxiety. I'm done with that. I'm going to get a lot of shit from our one listener, but I don't care because we're overdiagnosing that.
Oh, yeah.
Way overdiagnosing it.
I've had 3 young people work with me lately in a ride-along type capacity, 2 job shadows and 1 apprentice kid. The kid who's trying to be an apprentice, he's actually a pretty solid kid. He's 19. He's a super Christian, which makes it hard for me to not swear while working.
Oh, well, yeah.
In fact, while I was under the health department getting this disease the other day, he could hear me swearing through the floor.
Well, he'll get over it.
Yeah,
he's going to be in the real world.
And
Suck it up.
he wasn't sensitive to it, but I just kind of, for his feelings. It is kind of strange, though. I mean, he's a full-on believer. And he's been having these, like, semi-timid but conversations with me and was asking, so you really don't believe there's a God at all? I'm like,
oh boy.
Well, I don't. Here we're working. So
he's opening up that fucking can of worms.
Time for that, but it's like, oh man. Well, it seems unlikely that there's an old man in the sky, an old white guy in the sky that knows what I'm thinking. But, I mean, and I'm not trying. I don't want to antagonize the kid or try and do anything
But he's going to have to get used to the fact that there are other people in the universe who don't believe in his God. They may believe in Allah. They might believe in nature. They might not believe at all, and he's going to have to deal with it.
I had a friend who believed that God was the little hand on the Hamburger Helper box, the little smiley hand guy. He thought that was what was going on up in the clouds.
You did not.
Oh yeah, but Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
Tell me Tyler was like 3.
Well, I mean, we weren't friends when we were very young. I met him later in life, and he said that's what he used to believe. But
okay.
Now, had he meant I used to believe that 2 weeks ago, that's Tyler smoked a lot of weed, so let's be fair.
Oh, Hamburger Helper and orange drank. Yeah, that would be the wine equivalent for him.
Exactly. But anyway, so point being, reeling it back to these kids.
Yeah.
They're delicate. And it is, I was a delicate kid growing up, and I've always been aware that I am, my surroundings make me sad sometimes or anything like that, but I get the fuck up and I go to work every day.
Thank you.
It's
coping skills.
It's cold and it's dark and it sucks. Yeah. But you know what? I've gotten pretty used to it, and it's not that bad.
No, it's not.
And I'm actually pretty good at it now.
Yeah, you are.
And if you just make yourself do it, any of this shit, you can do it. Mm-hmm. And trying to explain that to them, it's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I literally have to counsel kids, and it's fine. I'd rather catch them now. I mean, I joke, I jest, but I'd rather catch them now, get that shit out of their system, and get them going.
Well, the earlier the better.
Yes. Now, there are truly, caveat to all that one maybe psychiatrist who listens for the first time and hates us immediately. There are legitimate anxiety cases as a result from trauma and PTSD and or genetic inheriting. I mean, that's straight up.
Yeah, it happens.
But if you're just apprehensive about a test, you don't have anxiety. It's just your adrenal glands going, you can do this. You can do this. You can get out of the way of the oncoming car. You can do this.
Right.
They don't understand the difference between positive and negative stress. Everything is anxiety. Let's just label it. And the doctors are just like, here you go. And, okay. I'm on the soapbox.
Here we go.
Get off my lawn.
Slow her down, ladies.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this one. I know I am. We have a lot of transgendered students, which is fine. No one cares. We're all super open to it. Sure. Don't care. Little worried.
Are there really that many transgender people?
In our school? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Little worried when a 15-year-old is already on hormone treatments.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of commitment when you're...
I don't play a doctor on TV or anywhere for that matter, but...
Not even the bedroom.
In the bedroom. Not in yours, but I don't know if...
She said years, not yours.
Yeah, it is. Just kidding. I don't know. And if there's a doctor out there, doctor's not listening to us. What the fuck? Come on.
Actually, I think Dr. Mike might listen.
Okay. Is it safe to give a 15-year-old who has not fully developed hormones to change the gender before the other? I don't know. I just get nervous about that.
Well, and we all went through some shit in our teenage years, questioning where we're at and what we think and what we believe and feel and all that stuff. And is it really a good time to be making that kind of a physical commitment to... Now, of course, again, you can get a lot of shit because you don't understand. I'm like, I was born this way.
Right.
And
that's fine. Fine. That's fine.
But how many people do go through some period of their life where maybe they're not sure about something?
I did.
Is that when I want to lock down?
Well, I did it. I wasn't cognizant of not being sure of anything. But what we talked before, when I was like in second grade, I wore straight up boys' clothes.
Sure.
Not just clothes that look like boys.
Me too.
Straight up boys. Well, that's good. Okay. Good for you.
Yeah.
I was into it.
Not exclusive.
I mean, I loved them. It was the fat corduroys. The fat corduroys, not the thin corduroys.
Oh, that's right.
But the fat corduroy
pants. It was like
pants?
you were a member of the Bay City Rollers.
Yeah. Second grade. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Anyway.
SATURDAY. Night.
Super old. So my parents would have gone, oh, clearly she's a boy. Woof. That would have been bad because I'm not. Pills. Yeah, I'm not. But, people are saying, well, you don't understand. You haven't gone through it. They're right.
That's for
sure. They're absolutely right. It's just a worry for me because I have to deal with kids. I have one who went back and forth.
Sure.
It's not like it's... I'm going to wear, a dress one day and pants one day. And
So your students aren't just a standard group of across the line middle school kids, are they? Or
they're high school.
High school?
I have high school. Yeah, we got everybody. We got kids who are like, that have run out of math to take with us, or are now OSU taking math at that advanced, to kids who have special education IEPs, kids right in the middle, kids who want to graduate early, kids are going to be graduating late. I mean, we got everybody.
So why do they go through your program?
A lot of times it's because they want to accelerate, they want to get out faster, or they were bullied, or they're transgendered, and it's tough to go through that at a school.
So is this basically homeschooling without home?
It's not homeschooling. That's the big difference. It's a public charter school that happens to be in your home.
Right. I mean, but
right.
You're not going to a building with other people.
No. Because there's a tricky difference between homeschooling and actual online schooling. Because homeschooling is like, let's go to Walmart and get them a workbook. You know what I'm saying?
This is sort of a self-selecting group, in other words. So the disproportionate number of transgender children in your stuff. It's not
kids
just because
who've been bullied, and kids who have anxiety, and kids who have depression.
You're getting the kids that aren't just swimming in the regular stream of public school.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That works. Because a lot of times they'll stay here for a few years and socially, emotionally grow, and then they'll reach out and go back to their high school, or they'll stay with us and graduate. We provide an excellent service and an excellent education. I just get worried about the consequences that we have not done tests on. We haven't really scientifically, that I know of, I could do some more research.
Or some research.
Hey, that's not true. I have to. I kind of had to immerse myself in this, but just to figure out, I want to make sure that everybody's going to be safe and healthy and not make it worse for themselves because of a moment in time. I'm just a little worried.
Well, there's so much emotion involved with hormonal stuff.
Yes.
And when you're already emotional and you're already having that time of life, it really seems like you're kind of throwing a little whiskey on the fire there.
Yeah, I get nervous, and I know people are saying, they're getting their heads like, oh, there's nothing to worry about. Anytime you're getting pills in a kid, there's something to worry about.
Yeah.
6-year-olds on anxiety medication, that's worrisome.
Right.
That's worrisome. I mean, I just get a little, and it proves to be wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. Great. That's good.
Yeah.
I'd rather be wrong.
And I think everybody has moments of nervousness and anxiety and things that can bother you. And it's not fair, because when you're feeling well, it's certainly easy to sit back and go, well, I'm not like that. You shouldn't be like that. Suck it up,
Oh, but I'm off and on.
Yeah.
So are you.
So yeah, exactly.
I went through depression just a couple months ago. Didn't tell anybody.
We go through all this. There are times that we all feel up and down. It's so much harder on a person when I don't know if it's necessarily kind of allowed to go on. And a lot of, like you say, there are times that hey, it's happening and there's no stopping it, and it's something going on in your brain and you do need help. And other times it's like, okay, let's go. Boom. Suck it up. Move.
Yeah, I gotta snap out of it. Because that's what I did, is I kind of went, I gotta snap out of this.
Right.
Because this is like, I mean, I didn't tell anybody. I was like not showering, not brushing my teeth. Kind of like today. Today was just straight up lazy.
For a different reason.
Not doing the dishes every day. Just really not giving a shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the fallout from Mom passing that I didn't deal with.
Oh, sure.
It hit me much later.
Yeah.
Much later, because I had too much to do.
Nice the way the world works, so the brain works that way, huh?
Wee, Rover. So now I'm like, okay, it took me a while to get into this. It's going to take me a while to get out.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, let's make steps. Let's make plans, because I don't want to be that guy, in my hovel.
Yeah.
Smells.
Right.
I want to be able to go back out and do. So I push.
Yeah.
That's what I do. You push. And if you can't push yourself, then that's when you call somebody.
Right.
When you call a friend, you call a pastor, you call whomever you trust.
And that's where that person needs to love you enough to push versus
versus coddle.
Yeah. And I understand the instinct to want to try and wrap a person in a pillow and say it's okay.
But you can't do that at first.
Yeah.
And then you go, now that you know it's going to be okay.
It becomes unhealthy for them.
Right. But you just got to tell them, now you know it's going to be okay. Let's push it a little bit.
Right.
And that's something I had to do. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And it has a lot to do with my friggin', it's uterus. It's Dart Van Landingham. It's all that shit. It's just that. It's like being a 13 again. It sucks.
It's what everybody wants.
Except without the energy. Right. And not the skinny body. Are we going to cut it, or are we going to go to the next one? Because I've got a real serious story here.
Oh, okay. Well, Since we let's end on that note. Well, keep them on the edge of their seats. So we'll save you a spot in the booth next week on the or month on the Tangent Lounge. I'm Gary.
That was super cheesy. Bye.